y'all, happy Easter! This is my very first time hosting Easter lunch. My family has a lot of Easter traditions, but since it's at my house this year, I'm going to throw in a little bit of my own spin. The first of which is a new hack that I learned for dyeing Easter eggs. Since this is the first year that I'm hosting Easter by myself, I decided to put my own spin on Easter egg dyeing. Normally when I do it with my parents, we use the traditional vinegar and food coloring method, but I saw this idea on Pinterest and I'm really excited about it. It really just involves nail polish and water. First, I'm going to gloves on because my manicure is very important. This is just some nail polish that I picked up at the dollar store. Get a toothpick, swirl it around, and then take your egg, dip it in, and look at that, it's marbled. What I loved most about this when I saw this on Pinterest was it looks like the blue and white transferware plates. They're in every house in the South, I'm convinced. And so these eggs are gonna be perfect for my table because y'all know how much I love blue and white. I'm gonna do this with this shade of blue, a lighter shade of blue, and then I'm gonna throw pink in there because you can't have Easter eggs without having something pink. It's like Jackson Pollock in a cup. Look at that! Oh my gosh, that's my favorite one! This is gonna be the star of my Easter basket right here. I am so excited about the way these Easter eggs turned out, especially this multicolored tie-dye one. But while they're drying, I'm going to go ahead and get started cooking my Easter lunch in the kitchen. It is not Easter in the Odom household without pineapple casserole. It's pineapple, cheese, butter, and Ritz crackers. It sounds crazy when you think about it, but I promise it's one of my favorite foods. I ask for it every time I go home. This is how you make it. The recipe that I grew up with for pineapple casserole is made by a lady named Laverne Norman who lives in my hometown, and the recipe is published in my church's cookbook. Church cookbooks are a thing. That is where all of the best recipes come from. You take canned pineapple and reserve some of the juice from the cans and mix it with sugar and flour. Once you have that mixed together, you can dump in your chunked pineapple. I am going to just dump this into a Pyrex. Pyrexes, y'all, in the South, especially around Easter time, you're gonna need about 5. Shredded cheddar cheese. Foods like this that are super Southern and nostalgic and just kind of remind you of spending time with your family and your grandmother, and that's what Easter's all about anyway. All right, the good old Ritz cracker in the Ziploc crush up trick. Ritz crackers, y'all, I think I survived off of those and chicken fingers when I was little. Before we pop it in the oven, of course, it's not a casserole without some melted butter. Y'all, that's it. That took me 2 minutes to throw together, and I promise, you might think this is crazy, but if you eat a bite of pineapple casserole with a bite of ham, you will be forever changed. Okay, I'm gonna pop this in the oven so when I get back from church, it's going to be ready. Normally when Mama makes Easter lunch, she goes with the classic deviled egg. My special spin on deviled eggs this year are deep fried deviled eggs. Let that just sink in for a second. Ice water in the bowl actually does make peeling a lot easier. You can do this under running sink water. The ice is definitely the secret though. If your fingers aren't numb, you're not doing it right. I'm gonna slice your deviled eggs in half. When I was little, this was my favorite part to help my mama with deviled eggs. She would always let me peel the white part off of the yellow yolk. So if you have kids, this is a fun way to get them involved in the kitchen. For this recipe, I use coarse ground mustard, mayonnaise, apple cider vinegar, salt, pepper, cayenne, a little bit of hot sauce, and to finish it off, some fresh dill. Okay, once you get this all mixed up, you can put it in a piping bag. I always keep piping bags on hand because I use them a lot, but if you don't have them, don't worry, you can easily use a Ziploc bag. This is a basic dredging mixture that you use for pretty much frying everything. It's flour, eggs, and panko, but to spice things up a bit, I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese into my panko mixture. And I'm gonna crack 2 of eggs. These are eggs from my parents' house. I just went home last weekend and they sent me back with eggs from their chickens. Salt and pepper in my panko. Stir that up and we are ready to bread these. In with the eggs. Wet hand, dry hand. So I'm gonna keep this one wet and then use my dry hand over here. We're looking to be about 350 to 360. If it's a little hot at first, it's fine. The temperature will drop down as soon as we pop the eggs in. I'm gonna gently lay these eggs in here, but they kind of float. They don't take long at all, y'all. You're really just trying to get the panko mixture really crispy. So whenever I get these out of the oil, I really want to try to put them dome side up just so that the hole in the egg is not cupping a lot of oil. Deep fried deviled eggs. This is the fun part. You just snip the end of your piping bag and get to piping. We're gonna pipe these on there and top them with dill, and they are going to be the showstopper of this Easter spread. This is my silver collection. It was started for me literally the day that I was born. My grandmother adds a piece to it every holiday. It is a buttercup silver pattern and I love it. I think my first Easter lunch went off without a hitch. I can't wait for my family to come and try my spin on Easter. Thank you so much for watching season 2 of Hey Y'all. Season 3 is coming soon, but in the meantime, you can follow me at Ivy Odom on Instagram. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you're watching on YouTube, click the bell. We'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.